The Flowers' Lesson of Flower Fables. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Read by Clarica. Flower Fables by Louisa May Alcott. The Flowers' Lesson. There grew a fragrant rose tree where the brook flows, with 2 little tender buds and 1 full rose. When the sun went down to his bed in the west, the little buds leaned on the rose mother's breast, while the bright-eyed stars their long watch kept, and the flowers of the valley in their green cradles slept. Then silently in odors they communed with each other, the 2 little buds on the bosom of their mother. "O sister," said the little one as she gazed at the sky, "I wish that the dew elves, as they wander lightly by, would bring me a star, for they never grow dim, and the Father does not need them to burn round him. The shining drops of dew the elves bring each day and place in my bosom so soon pass away. But a star would glitter brightly through the long summer hours, and I should be fairer than all my sister flowers. That were better far than the dewdrops that fall on the high and the low, and come alike to all. I would be fair and stately, with a bright star to shine, and give a queenly air to this crimson robe of mine." And proudly she cried, "These fireflies shall be my jewels, since the stars can never come to me." Just then a tiny dewdrop that hung o'er the dell, on the breast of the bud, like a soft star, fell. But impatiently she flung it away from her leaf, and it fell on her mother like a tear of grief, while she folded to her breast with wilful pride a glittering firefly that hung by her side. "Heed," said the mother rose, "daughter mine, why shouldst thou seek for beauty not thine? The Father hath made thee what thou now art, and what he most loveth is a sweet, pure heart. Then why dost thou take with such discontent the loving gift which he to thee hath sent? For the cool, fresh dew will render thee far more lovely and sweet than the brightest star. They were made for heaven, and can never come to shine like the firefly thou hast in that foolish breast of thine. O my foolish little bud, do listen to thy mother, care only for true beauty, and seek for no other. There will be grief and trouble in that wilful little heart. Unfold thy leaves, my daughter, and let the fly depart." But the proud little bud would have her own will, and folded the firefly more closely still, till the struggling insect tore open the vest of purple and green that covered her breast. When the sun came up, she saw with grief the blooming of her sister bud leaf by leaf, while she, once as fair and bright as the rest, hung her weary head down on her wounded breast. Bright grew the sunshine, and the soft summer air was filled with the music of flowers singing there. But faint grew the little bud with thirst and pain, and longed for the cool dew, but now 'twas in vain. Then bitterly she wept for her folly and pride, as drooping she stood by her fair sister's side. Then the rose mother leaned the weary little head on her bosom to rest, and tenderly she said, "Thou hast learned, my little bud, that, whatever may betide, thou canst win thyself no joy by passion or by pride. The loving Father sends the sunshine and the shower, that thou mayst become a perfect little flower, the sweet dews to feed thee, the soft wind to cheer, and the earth as a pleasant home while thou art dwelling here. Then shouldst thou not be grateful for all this kindly care, and strive to keep thyself most innocent and fair. Then seek, my little blossom, to win humility. Be fair without, be pure within, and thou wilt happy be. So when the quiet autumn of thy fragrant life shall come, thou mayest pass away, to bloom in the flower spirit's home. Then from the mother's breast, where it still lay hid, into the fading bud the dewdrop gently slid. Stronger grew the little form, and happy tears fell, as the dew did its silent work, and the bud grew well, while the gentle rose leaned, with motherly pride, o'er the fair little ones that bloomed at her side. Night came again, and the fireflies flew, but the bud let them pass, and drank of the dew, while the soft stars shone from the still summer heaven on the happy little flower that had learned the lesson given. The music-loving elves clapped their hands as Star Twinkle ceased, and the Queen placed a flower crown with a gentle smile upon the fairy's head, saying, "The little bud's lesson shall teach us how sad a thing is pride, and that humility alone can bring true happiness to flower and fairy. You shall come next, Zephyr." And the little fairy, who lay rocking to and fro upon a fluttering vine leaf, thus began her story. As I lay resting in the bosom of a cowslip that bent above the brook, a little wind, tired of play, told me this tale of End of the Flower's Lesson.